this whole issue of how do you deal with strikes and how do you deal with grievances. And in this country, we have a council which is supposed to be responsible for conciliation and mediation and so forth. How well it works, I'm not so sure, but we need to have some mechanism by which these matters are negotiated and with understood procedures and institutions and so on. So that's, I think, perhaps an additional point that can be made there. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. I wanted to add my voice to the issue of industrial unrest. And I think this is an area that AAPAM should take up as we talk of progressive constitutions in Africa, like the situation we have in Kenya, where there is provision for industrial unrest, sectors like health. But I think one principle in the implementation of freedoms or rights is that your right extends as far as where the rights of the other person starts. Kenyans have a right to health care service, but by going on strike, the rights of the patients have been trampled down at the expense of the rights of the health workers. And I think employers, institutions, governments should consider protecting the rights of the consumer, in this case being the patient, because the trade unions have taken advantage of the weakness of the patient and have trampled on their rights. So I think this debate should be continued to make sure that we don't have a chaotic public sector where healthcare to a large extent is still in the hands of the public sector. Thank you.
Yeah. So I mean that's basically saying there are conflicts between different types of right or different rights. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, SG.
Yes.
Well, I happen to have done a lot of research in those areas as a consultant for the ILO, the Common Secretariat, and so on. You see, the African countries, especially those in the Commonwealth under the British, the starting point was the case of Dan versus the Queen of 1896 in present Ghana, then the Gold Coast, where it was decided in the Privy Council that the Queen had responsibilities to other people of Britain, and therefore couldn't be held at ransom by one person. And therefore, everybody employed by Her Majesty's government was employed at her pressure. Yes, those powers were inherited at independence by all the former colonies. They have just changed. And that's why I told you that ILO Convention number 151 is very clear. It's on the public service. The challenge which is there is that you are allowing your employees to unite. As a government, you have obligations. The same thing with the unions. The weakness which is there is that government wants to behave as if it has no obligations. That's why the challenge is. And when you look in all the countries of the Commonwealth, there are special legislations to guide how you go to strike and so on. But in most cases, according to my own study, is that the government will not meet its own side. But they want the other group, the other side, to go that way. So we need, if we allow unionization, we need to go apart. For example, the tribunals which are there, the courts which are there, which don't belong to the private sector, we are not doing. But when we put in a mechanism in government, let us observe our rights and obligations. So those are some of the things, but you must be careful when you are allowing it. You intimidations, and then when people go to strike, have they gone there and even report? Even in private sectors, there are very few countries which are allowed to strike. In this country, we call available consensus. The other had a union. But when they tried to do other things, Parliament was very quick to say that the military cannot be in a union. And for us, where I was looking at South Sudan, how to have independence, kind of army. Because when you look at the publication by UNESCO, 85 questions on democracy, they say, how does civilian authorities control the military? And the answer is that the military anywhere is capable of taking on the power because they have the means to do so.
The military is subordinate to the state.
And the only choice is that don't create situations which entice them to do so. So the important thing is that when you put in a mechanism, we in government observe our part vis-a-vis those people whom we say is a society, which we spell out in the laws.
Great. Now, we've said a lot about this. It's a very good debating issue, and I think we could be further.